Well, because of that rising water, the world's most visited museum, the Louvre, is closed. Staff are moving works of art out of harm's way to upper floors and evacuating the museum's vaults. The home of Impressionist art, the Musée d'Orsay, is just across from the Seine, has also kept its doors shut and will remain closed today. Let's go speak to TRT World's editor-at-large, Craig Copetas, who is in Paris for us. And Craig, it's a tough time for Paris, isn't it? Terrorism, record unemployment, strikes, Euro 16 coming up next week. France under so much stress. How are people coping?
Well, we're expecting plagues, locusts, and raining frogs at any moment. They're taking it in good stride. However, it's curious because the government has officially declared a state of emergency based on what happened last November. We have a official state of economic emergency for the moribund financial situation. And now the government has declared a state of natural emergency, natural disaster emergency. So soon France is going to have more emergencies than it does cheeses. And that's the kind of feeling here. We have 25,000 people without power throughout the country. As you said, the Louvre and the Quai d'Orsay Museum have closed. The RER, one of the main arteries in the city, the one that has its rails right along the Seine, has closed. And that's not due to the work stoppages, which are now in their 7th week. This morning, we looked out the window in the Seine and we saw portable toilets floating down the river. And my son this morning says he assured me he saw a horse floating down the Seine.
A horse, wow. So is there any good news?
Yes, I'm having lunch with a beautiful woman at Café Flore this afternoon, if I can make it across the river. But the meteorologists tell me there's a good chance of that because the river's at about 6 meters now, and they claim that it's not going to reach its all-time flood level of about 8.2 meters, which took place back in 1902. Central Paris is okay. The problems you're having are on the 2 embankments, and unfortunately for the tourists who are here, you have all the main tourist attractions go along those 2 banks, or most of the attractions. But, you know, they survived World War II here, so we'll survive this.
Okay, Craig, many thanks for that. Craig Copetas there, looking quite dry in the Paris studio.